Continuing our journey to find the top 3 new Vietnamese restaurants in Toronto, we have been visiting many Vietnamese spots from downtown Toronto to Richmond Hill across the Greater Toronto area. With so many new Vietnamese restaurants, it was not easy to choose a winner. This video is part 3 of our series, highlighting the number 1 spot in the Greater Toronto area for authentic Vietnamese cooking, rich flavors, quality ingredients, and great service. In part 1, we showcased Pho Dak B8, which we ranked number 3. In part 2, we highlighted Phu Na Son, which we ranked number 2. You can find those videos in the description. Today we are visiting Lunch Lady in Toronto, a place that earned our number 1 ranking not only in Toronto, but worldwide so far. We have visited countless Vietnamese restaurants across North America, Europe and Asia. Yet we have rarely encountered this level of authentic flavors, premium quality ingredients, and exceptional attentiveness in service, as we did at Lunch Lady. Before visiting, we thought the restaurant was simply overhyped because of Anthony Bourdain, but we were genuinely blown away by the incredibly delicious, high-quality and deeply authentic Vietnamese food, as well as the professionalism, warmth and friendliness of the staff at Lunch Lady. But before we show you the food, here's the story behind the legendary Lunch Lady. The story began in the streets of Saigon, where Mrs. Nguyen Thi Tan has been serving her famous rotating daily noodle soups since 1995. Her humble food stall gained international recognition after Anthony Bourdain visited her on no reservations and introduced her to the world. Describing her soups, Bourdain famously said, "It's like discovering new neighbourhoods every few mouthfuls." Looking back, we completely understand why Anthony Bourdain was so captivated by the Lunch Lady. Every dish we tried at Lunch Lady felt like a new culinary discovery, from the appetizers and main courses, to the desserts and drinks. We started our meal with an appetizer. Although the appetizer menu was not extensive, choosing what to order was not easy, as every dish sounded tempting. We hesitated between the crispy soft-shell crab, the prawn fritters, and the duck salad. We ended up choosing the crispy soft-shell crab, served with fresh lettuce, herbs, and a house-made green chili aioli dipping sauce. To accompany our meal, we ordered a traditional Vietnamese iced coffee, and the pandan coffee, which is topped with pandan coconut cream. Both drinks were rich and bold, with a strong coffee flavor that leaned more toward the bitter side. What impressed us most was the pandan coffee. At many restaurants, the pandan flavor is barely noticeable. Here, the pandan was clearly present, yet well balanced with the coffee, without overpowering it. If you are a fan of pandan and Vietnamese coffee, you will love this drink. Going back to our appetizer, we enjoyed wrapping the crispy soft-shell crab in fresh lettuce and herbs, before adding a squeeze of lime. We often squeeze lime over fried foods because we find it helps reduce the oily taste, and adds a touch of freshness to every bite. Do you like adding lime juice to fried foods? Let us know your favorite way to enjoy fried food in the comments. The final step was to dip the soft-shell crab wrap into their house-made green chili aioli. The sauce was creamy, tangy, and generously flavored with fresh dill. The combination of crispy crab, fresh lettuce, fragrant herbs, and the tangy, creamy sauce created the perfect balance of flavors and textures. We are usually not big fans of dill, so we were pleasantly surprised by how well this sauce paired with the crab. If you visit Toronto, we highly recommend trying this delicious soft-shell crab appetizer at Lunch Lady. Next came the Bún Bò Huế, a Lunch Lady special noodle dish that is only served on Fridays. For those who have never tried Bún Bò Huế, here is a quick introduction to one of Vietnam's most beloved noodle dishes. Originating from the city of Hue in central Vietnam, Bún Bò Huế is one of Vietnam's most iconic noodle soups. It is traditionally made with sliced beef, Vietnamese sausage and sometimes pork knuckles. Unlike pho, the noodles are thicker and rounder, giving the dish a heartier texture. The broth is known for its bold combination of savory, spicy, and salty flavors, with lemongrass and shrimp paste playing a starring role. The moment the bowl arrived, we could immediately smell the aroma of lemongrass and spices. At first glance, the Bún Bò Huế came with a generous portion of meat, including beef shank, pork hock, Vietnamese ham, blood pudding, and a large beef short rib. We were also impressed by the good ratio of thick vermicelli noodles and spicy lemongrass beef broth, which balanced well with the generous portion of meat. Compared to many other Vietnamese restaurants, we could immediately tell that Lunch Lady places a strong emphasis on the quality of its meat. We have not seen many Bún Bò Huế served with such a large beef short rib, and we were impressed by how tender and flavorful the meat was. Lunch Lady was also generous with the fresh herbs and vegetables served alongside the Bún bò Huế. We enjoyed adding mint, basil and shredded cabbage to the bowl, as they brought freshness, crunch and additional layers of flavor to the soup. For us, the bowl would not be the same without those fresh vegetables and herbs. The combination of tender meat, thick vermicelli noodles and crisp vegetables created a perfect balance of textures in every bite. For the final touch, we add a squeeze of lime, which brings all the flavors together and balances the richness of the broth and meat. This is the best Bún bò Huế we have had so far among the Vietnamese restaurants we visited in North America. The broth was rich, flavorful and well balanced, with generous portions of high-quality meat, noodles and fresh vegetables. Next came the pho dish, a beef noodle soup consisting of brisket, rare beef shoulder, rice noodles, and a 24-hour beef broth. For an additional fee, you can add toppings such as pork crackling, a slow-poached egg, beef balls, oxtail, foie gras, and more. For our pho, we did not add any additional toppings. Instead, we asked for the noodles to be served separately from the broth. Since we like to savor the dish slowly, we wanted to prevent the noodles from becoming too soft. This also allowed us to add the flat rice noodles gradually and enjoy them at our preferred texture. The pho at Lunch Lady was exceptional. The broth was rich, aromatic, and deeply comforting, with remarkable depth of flavor without being overly salty or oily. The meat was soft and tender, while the noodles had the perfect texture, neither too soft nor too firm. Every bite tasted balanced, making it one of the most memorable bowls of pho we have had in recent years. Beyond the exceptional food and service that earned Lunch Lady the #1 spot among our top 3 new Vietnamese restaurants in Toronto and a perfect 10 out of 10 score, there is also a touching story that reflects the heart of this restaurant. The story is about an elderly mother who came to Toronto alone to care for her daughter as she underwent a life-threatening surgery. Far from home and knowing no one in the city, this elderly mother began visiting Lunch Lady regularly after her daughter first introduced her to the restaurant. Over time, the staff came to know her well and always looked after her with warmth and kindness, often making sure she did not have to wait, even without a reservation. After every visit, she would bring a bowl of noodle soup back to her daughter, who was still recovering and often unable to keep food down. Her daughter particularly loved the Lunch Lady special noodle soup called Bún Rieu, which is only served on Wednesdays. Bún Rieu is a traditional Vietnamese tomato broth and rice vermicelli noodle soup. There are several varieties of Bún Rieu, but at Lunch Lady they have elevated it to the next level, with generous portions of seafood, pork and tofu in a rich tomato, crab and pork broth. Although there are many decent Vietnamese restaurants near where this elderly woman lives, she always compared them to the flavors and high-quality ingredients at Lunch Lady. She told us that Lunch Lady is the only restaurant she truly trusts to prepare food for her daughter. So no matter the weather, rain, snow or sunshine, and no matter how long the commute, she would travel to Lunch Lady at least 3 times a week. It became much more than a restaurant. It became a place where she felt welcomed, cared for, and treated like part of a second family. She came to know all the staff, who always found time to chat with her no matter how busy they were. She would bring fresh fruit and snacks for the staff, while the chef would often prepare something off the menu for her to taste. Anthony Bourdain was right when he said Lunch Lady was like discovering new neighborhoods every few mouthfuls. What we discovered was not only incredible Vietnamese food, but also a place where kindness, friendship and community are served alongside every bowl. If you ever have the opportunity to visit Toronto, we highly recommend stopping by Lunch Lady. The food is authentic, the ingredients are of exceptionally high quality, and the service is among the best we have experienced anywhere.